something I don't really want to do, but I see a lot of people talking about, the PNP Rock. Rest in peace to the brother, man. This is why I do the work I do, with the CEO Youth League, because it just happens over and over and over and over again. And this is what we do here on the Wealth is Gangster channel. We're trying to come at this, everybody coming from the perspective of the lady was wrong for posting, guys in the wrong spot, don't be in the hood. I get all that. All that's is it's the truth to a lot of that. We have to watch where we go. We have to watch what we post, because the true fact it's just hungry people out here. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. So that's definitely it's true to that. But I'm gonna come from another perspective, and this is why I do the CEO Youth League. This is why I come with the Wealth is Gangster. And when I talk to preachers about wealth is gangster, the first thing I want to say is these kids have to feel like wealth, and they have to feel like doing right and building up their community. They have to feel like that's gangster. It's sad. It is what it is. But that's the way our youth have seen life. So that's what they need to feel. So if I'm teaching them about stocks, I need to make it feel like this is what gangsters, or this is what real people do, or this is just what's in, because everybody want to be what's in. Everybody want to follow the trend. And that's why wealth being gangster has to be a trend. It's sad, broad daylight, went up in a restaurant. And there's different ways you can look at it. You can say people starving in California. The rent is sky high. It's tens of thousands of homeless people that ain't even like drug addicts or nothing, just families that can't survive for inflation and rent and all that stuff. So it's a lot of truth to that. And this is why importance of building a wealthy mind state, bigger than just wealth. We have to give our youth options. We have to put them in with opportunities. We have to put them where, okay, I'm from this area, but I've been planning about investments. I've been planning about hard work ethics. I've been taught about building. I've been taught about loving the next person that look like me, or loving the next person, just period. And just humanity, just not wanting to harm the next person. I come from the streets. I was in the streets a lot of my life. I never woke up wanting to hurt nobody. All I ever wanted was to get some money forever. That's all I ever wanted. And my mind wasn't get some money. Okay, somebody got something, I'm going to take it. Get some money, something I'm going to run up in the house. I was always not glorifying it, but I was always get a product, go to the spot, get rid of it. Not saying, you know what I'm saying? So, and you could say I was harming somebody right there, but I wasn't going to go rob, take nobody and physically taking it from them. And this is why I started the program I've started, because CEO Youth League, I'm like, okay, we teach most of our kids to play sports. 99.9% of them will never make it in sports. Then what? I seen so many 18, 19-year-olds get frustrated, go to the pen, go to the streets, get on drugs and alcohol because their whole life they thought they were going to make it. And then they realize they're not making it. It throws them for a loop. And I don't know the situation. Like I said, I'm really not even speaking on the situation per se. I'm speaking on the mindset, on how we have to plant into these youth. We have to plant into our communities, and we have to do it as a people. Like the guys that did this straight, but the sad part about it is thousands of those type of people out there in the world. They just sit there lurking, don't have nothing to do, not even thinking with their mind, not even thinking about inventing nothing, not even thinking about creating money, not thinking about, let me get a job for a minute so I can invest into myself. They'd rather go put everything on the line just to rob somebody for something that they can't even resell now. Like, you got to go to the black market, up under the black market to try to get rid of that. But at the time, all they could think of, this man got a house around his neck. And people say, well, you shouldn't wear that. I'm not here to tell nobody what they should or shouldn't wear. Would I wear it? No, but that's not even my style anyway. So it ain't about I wear it some days and I wouldn't wear. I don't even believe in we should be investing in that type of stuff anyway. And if we're gonna do it, it needs to be on like a Derek Grace Nipsey level where it's gold bar. So that's a whole nother conversation. So for me to tell him to wear it, not wear it, but I will say, if you're $1 million dude, security is a must. I will say, if you're $1 million dude, in certain ways you gotta man, right now, I'm not gonna mean if I go out to eat or something, we don't post until we leave. Or we don't post until like later on that day, or just different stuff like that. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm at right now. And that's just a street mentality. That ain't even wait till I get see I got that mentality now. So as it goes up, I'm already thinking like that. I'm gonna think worse. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people that could be plotting on you and you ain't even that big yet. Just because you have a little more than them. Or even if you don't have more than them, they think you have more than them. And so that's the unfortunate part. But the part I want to speak on is what we got to pour into these youths. We have to teach them more about this as they go. So I want to end it on that. I just want to say that we have to pour and we have to think different about what we plan into our youth head. RIP to the brother. Sorry about that. I hit the button. RIP to the brother, man. And it's unfortunate. But what I will say is let's build up these youth. Let's give them more opportunities. I know when I was young, I was only taught go to school, hope you can make it in sports, get a job, go to the army. I didn't want none of those. But I figured out another way. Well, with my mindset, I figured out another way to try to make it. Some people don't do that. Some people just say, forget it. Some people just say, if you're not gonna give me a job, you're not gonna do this. I'm just gonna take from whoever I see. I'm gonna stay on internet all day. And if I catch somebody lacking, I'm on. And that's unfortunate, but that's just what the times we living in. So RIP to PNB Rock. It's sad, unfortunate. Lost his life in front of his girl. I don't know if his child was with him, but that's even more traumatic if that happened. But we have to get to the source of the problem, and the source of the problem is our communities are economic desert, opportunity desert. And if we don't do something about that part, this will never change. Of course, we will all have some source of crime, but the rate it is right now, and the way how bold the people is, it's from a lack of opportunity, lack of resources, and then some is just envy. But envy goes back to the wealth because if we have a structure that we built on, and we have a structure that this guy that would have killed somebody, or would have robbed somebody, but he was caught when he was younger and he was planted with different seeds, he would be a different person at this moment. And that's what we have to focus on. We have to focus on what what got them there in life, mentally, and what can we do to prevent that. And that's the part that I focus on. It's sad, it's unfortunate. I wish the brother would have reacted fast enough and got them. And I don't like no death, but anytime it's self defense, I'm always on the side of the person that's self defense, not the robber. I hate the part of this culture that we glorifying the robbers. I never in my life understood that. Like this just happened like maybe the last 5, 10 years, maybe 5, 8, 10 years, where people rap about being the robber. In the '90s when I was in the streets, we looked down on those. We the money go get it. I don't want to hang with no robbers. Now the new thing is rapping about being the robber and being the drug addict. The game has totally flipped. So with it knowing that, like I say, it's unfortunate we have to move better. But the source of the whole problem is the economic desert that we're in, the the mental desert too. Like they have like right now. If I lose everything, I will start off with a different business tomorrow. That's just the way my mind right. It will never think about robbing somebody. It will never think about taking somebody's life or what they got. That's just not the way I'm wired. And I understand that some people are wired different. But I understand that if we implanted those same person, you think the biggest killer, the biggest robber, the biggest whatever, if they were implanted with something different, just maybe most of them, half of them, a good percentage of them will go down a different road. So I'm just here to say RIP to the brother. Sad for the wife, his kids, his family, uh, his state of Pennsylvania, where he's from. I heard he was doing a lot of good things and helping out a lot of good people. Young brother, he's younger than me, and it's unfortunate. And we have to stop being like we're too hard for security. We too hard to have armed guards. Believe you me, if I'm at that level, I'm riding around like the president. You can call me scary, you can call me whatever, but I understand that the person that's a nobody can come and take your life. Not to say that nobody's a nobody, but you know what I'm saying. On that scale of wealth, person that has the least could come and take your life just like that, and it ain't no getting back from that. So let's take this moment, you know what I'm saying, to wish all well wishes to the family. Rest in peace, brother. But let's figure out how can we change the mindset of these guys and what can we do catching them young. Guys get a certain age, ain't no stopping them, ain't no changing them. I'm trying to prevent it happening in the future. So I'm thinking, I always think about, okay, that the people that just did this, how can I catch that youngster that's at 12 years old, building up that same mentality as them right now? What can I do to that 12-year-old right now that prevents them from doing that in 5 to 8 years? That's where we need to be at. You know what I'm saying? And I don't wish death. I don't wish lock up on nobody. But guys like this, man, they need to be out the way, man. They're just no good for our community. And it's sad, man, you know. So just rest in peace to PNB Rock, man. And all well wishes to the family. But let's figure out what we can do each as individuals in our communities to plant seeds in these youngsters to stop this madness, man. We have to stop this madness. I'm out.